everybody. How are y'all today? This is Sunday, July 30th, I think. Welcome. I'm glad to see y'all today. Hope everybody is doing well. I have quite a few things out here that I would like to share with you and show you, but we'll see how it goes, because you know I get to rambling and I don't know how fast I can do this. So we'll see, but anyway, the first thing I want to do, did I say hello? In my mind, I think I did, but if I didn't, hello again. Glad to see you. Glad you're here. Oh, and thank you. I keep forgetting to do that at the beginning, but thank you so much for everybody who subscribed and watches and comments, and I love to read all the comments and get a little long-winded sometimes when I answer, but I just love this this whole thing we do. It's fun. But I have a little picture I want to show. I hope y'all can see it. I've said before about doing craft shows, and one of the things I did when we lived in the Middle East was make rabbits, stuffed rabbits out of cloth and dress them and everything, and clowns. And I even made a baby doll one time out of cloth. It looked just like a baby doll too. It was, you know how their arms and legs are bent and everything. Anyway, somebody asked if I had any of them left to show, and of course I don't. That was a long time ago. But I did find this photograph, and I thought maybe somebody might be interested in it, and I don't. I'm gonna see if I can get it up here and hold it still enough for you to see. These are, of course, two rabbits. The one with the red bow, of course, one of my favorites, red, white, and blue. She is quilting, and she has needle and thread in her hoop. I also did them with cross stitch, where it looked like they were actually cross stitching. I love doing these. I always have fun dressing them and coming up with different costumes. And hey, would you come and say hello?
No.
Please.
Hello.
Now come over here. You have to come here.
I can't do that.
Yes, you can. Please.
No, it won't run the whole thing.
There's our oldest son, Johnny, and
Yes.
Wizard.
Guilty as charged.
I didn't know.
Hello, how are you?
Didn't know he was coming in, but I'm glad to see him.
Okay, you got me on tape now.
Well,
have a great day.
They're looking at Wizard now. That's who Wizard lived with before he came to us. And he still loves his daddy, even though he stays with us. And he won't go away for very long, which we're glad about. This is also with the rabbits are little clowns that I used to make. All their costumes were different, of course, and all their hair was different, but their faces were basically the same. Didn't change them so much. But they were real cute. People liked those. A lot of people would get things like that and take it back home with them to their nieces, nephews, grandchildren, whatever. Let's see a little bit closer on the face. You can see the embroidery, and their eyes were faceted black shank button, and they showed up real cute. Okay. The next thing is, I do have two finishes, and you're going to be so surprised because these are, you saw this when I was working on it, and it's not, it's not a real new start, but it's something I completely finished and got framed, and I'm very happy with it. It looks better now than it did when I was working on it, and even looking at it on the screen, I can tell more about it. I couldn't see all that detail when I was just stitching on it, and there's no back stitch, so it, really didn't. But I like it real well now, and I like the frame. Thought they did a good job. Happy with it. And this is the other you remember needleworker. I finally got that finished and framed, and I thought that frame turned out really nice with it. And I have to, I don't like to do this, but I'm gonna toot my own horn a little bit. The lady that framed this, when I laid it out on the table for her, and I smoothed it out and everything, and of course it had been ironed and all that stuff, and she kept looking at it and turning it around, and we talked about how far I wanted the image out from the frame and everything, and she said, you need to come and talk to our framers and some of our people that do needlework. And I said, why? She said, because this is like it's supposed to be. It's straight, it's even, it's not all lopsided. I said, well, that's how it's supposed to be. She says, I know, but people don't usually do that. She made me feel real good, and I felt very honored, but no, I'm not going to do that. So I'm really happy with this too. Nice, isn't it, to have something finished, fully finished, and in my case, something that's closer to this time of instead of the 70s, 80s, early 90s. So, also on this that I showed you back a while back, the patriotic borders, I think y'all might remember that, and I added these things around the side and on the bottom, but I found the magazine that it came in, and I wanted to share with you that I don't know if it's, I know this, well, let me back up. It's Herrenhaus Designs. The designer is Valerie Bieber Mertz, and it has a website, but I've seen Herrenhaus Designs when I've looked through different sites. So this may be available if you can find it on that or ask about it. This book was Stitcher's World 2002. That's what I thought. But I know they still, whether they still have that up where they can, anyway, it might be something you can look into and find it. But what I added to it was just something I wanted to say. It meant a lot to me for a lot of reasons, and it's easy to add to. God Bless America, and I can't remember what the other one was altogether. Don't look at me like that. You're supposed to tell me. He's still sitting over there. Enduring Freedom, I think, was part of the other saying on it. The flag picture that's out in the hall,
Sounds right.
that Enduring Freedom, there's something else with it, but it's God Bless America, and
Sure.
anyway, I'll show it to you again sometime.
Google it.
Google. No, it's not on that pattern. Can't Google it. Something I want to show you that that I've been working on, and I thought this was so funny, and Johnny, you're going to think so too, because this is a pattern. I can show you the little picture, but not the pattern. It's a 1987, the Prairie Schooler, and it's called Night Garden, and I love it, and I've always loved it. I tore it out of a magazine because that's what it came in, and the magazine was Progressive Farmer, July 1990. So unless you have had anything to do with farming, you won't know that magazine, but that's what it came out of, and I thought that was kind of funny because I didn't remember them ever doing that. And I'm going to fold it up so I can show you the picture. It's small, but I started it, and I like it, of course, but I'll show you the problem I'm having. Here's the picture. Alright. Now if I didn't make anybody sick while I was trying to get it in there and get it focused, but it's so cute. And here it is. It's not finished, of course, but I've worked on it diligently, but it's got good coverage. It is 28 count, 2/2, but it is very thick, and the threads of the fabric are really tight, and it's hard to get the needle and the threads through that. I didn't think it was going to be like that. I've never had that problem before. Even weave, and I thought no problem, I like to work on even weave, but it takes time, because even with my magnifier, and it just takes time to get the needle and thread through there. But I think it's going to be neat when it's finished, and I'm not sure if I'm going to frame it or put it in this what is that called? It's from Sudbury House. It's a fireplace screen. It's just a miniature fireplace screen, but it will go in there. The next thing I wanted to show you is another Prairie Schooler, and hold on 1 minute. I've got the book right here. Or did I? Okay, guess I didn't. I thought I did. There it is. Duh. I'll get it in a minute. This is the book. It's number 25. And it's this one, but I've changed it up a little bit. And then there's these other things with it that I think are just as cute, and I hope to do those too. I've had this for so long, and so many others. Working as fast as I can, but okay, here's what I've got done so far, and I had a good bit of this already done before I picked it back up again. But I wanted to finish some of these other things, and I've been working a little bit here and along on Christmas things, because you know how slow I am, and I really want to get some more things done for Christmas. So, I don't know, can you tell that okay? It's a different variation in color, but okay. And then there's the Santa in there, like I showed you. All right, the other thing I want to, there it is, tell you about is this is the book, In the Country, with Robert Mills. Barbara and Cheryl present. This is the book that Pop's Boots came out of. This is where I got the graph. And I remember I showed you those last time. You might remember, I hope so. So this is where that came from. Graphs by Barbara and Cheryl Incorporated, and this is 1981 booklet, and then another one I did out of here. Where is it? Is this one. And I have that, and I'll show you that in a second. But there's some others in here that are just so cute that I haven't done, and I love this and this one, and the house and the flowers, and actually the whole thing. And I did the copper teapot, and I think this is the one that my daughter did a long time ago too. And that's her first ones, but this has just got a lot of nice country things in them, and I don't think too many of them are that dated, considering it was back that far. But here is that picture. Let me get, if I can get all these glares out of the way. It's the hardest thing I have to do. I think it's trying to get this where you can see it without so many glares. Maybe that's better. And if you're not too dizzy yet, maybe you can see it a little bit. But I just think this is the cutest picture, and I really enjoyed working on it. And it hangs in the laundry room. And every time I put clothes in the dryer, I think, thank you, dear Lord, for the dryer. I used to hang 10 loads of clothes out some days. And I was tired of that, so I'm thankful for the dryer. But I still like to smell clothes after they've been on the clothesline, and I like to look at this picture. Just don't like to carry him out there and do it. Anyway, I think that's cute. And I wanted to share that with you. See what time is it? Oh, doing pretty good. Also, there's some other things, but these two I want to get to first, because if you remember the, okay, which one was it? Oh, the Merry Christmas, the big Merry Christmas that I showed you, and it was, I think I told you it was the Ann Powell. This is a graph of Home Sweet Home that is by her also, and it was 1983, and this is the way the Merry Christmas came in an envelope like this with a picture, and this. I won't turn it around because the graph, you know, is a paper graph. Well, I'll show you this much of it anyway. It comes like, you know, it comes like that. And so I wanted you to see that in case there's several things like this Home Sweet Home, the Merry Christmas, this one, other one that I'm going to show you that is, that says God is Love. They're all by her. They all have the same address. This next one I'm going to show you is copyright 1989, so I wanted you to see them because it might be, that might be some help to you to find any of these if you want to. Okay, this one is, I have to go in the other room, I think, if I'm going to show this. It's big. I don't know if you can see it or not. This is a dark blue. This is a dark blue plain matte, but I like the frame on it too. Got this little bead edging, and I thought it looked nice with it, kind of antique-y. We have one of the extra bedrooms is our youngest daughter's old room. It's been painted very different shades of light pink forever, and has the antique bedroom set and everything in there, so that goes in there. This went in there at one time too, and we've all talked about these knothead babies. These are old, and you may remember them from the time around cave time, I guess, when they were caveman time, when they were popular. You know, it was in the 80s, I think it was. But I did this one. I just thought it was so cute, but it is really out of date unless you've got an old girly's antique bedroom. But I still think it's cute. It just doesn't go anywhere else. Unless I put it in my sewing room, I could do that. And I don't think I still have the pattern for this. If I do, I've not run across it, and I think I would have in all the times I've been looking through everything lately. And one other thing I want to show real quick is this is one of the things that I got from one of the graphs that I got when I called Dixie Darlings, and this fits me really well. I love the pattern. I think it's going to be so cute. But it says, I myself am made entirely of flaws, stitched together with good intentions, and that is typically me. But I'm going to stitch that and look at it for some more years. Anyway, that was one of the few that I got from Dixie Darling, so I'm going to enjoy stitching that. So I guess that about does it for today. I haven't thought of a cute little story to tell. They all the ones I'm thinking of seems to be longer. So anyway, so I better tell you goodbye. Thank you for watching. Love y'all. I've enjoyed doing this. Showed you a little bit more than I normally do. But y'all have a good week of stitching, and I plan to do that too. And we will talk to you later. Bye, y'all.